Welcome to the Successful Real Estate Broker Podcast, where we learn about some success stories and some not so successful stories. But either way, we learn. Each episode, we talk with successful real estate agents and vendors about things they have done to make them successful and some things they did that you might want to avoid. Join us for each episode of the Successful Real Estate Broker Podcast with your host, Preston Sandlin.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining the Successful Real Estate Broker Podcast. And I have one of the most successful real estate brokers in the area. I have to be careful saying realtor. That thing's copyrighted.
That's true.
And I am a realtor, but boy, they'll tell you quick if you put that thing on something that like, hey, that's copyrighted. But anyway, Miss Linda Hall, how are you doing today, Linda?
I'm great. How are you?
I am great. I've loved Linda for a long time. I've been following her, but I don't know. Take us back, Linda. How did you get into real estate? Are you from the area? How did you? I know most of us didn't. In elementary school, didn't say I'm going to grow up to be a realtor. Somehow we wound up in it.
Interesting, Preston. My husband was a realtor. That was my second marriage. And he was a realtor in TKK way back when it was developing. We got married. I was playing tennis every day, having a blast. He dared me one day, why don't you get your real estate license? I said, maybe. And I did. And that's been 40 plus years ago. So I started out as a realtor, fell in love with the profession, just kept going. In the 90s, I was introduced to a gentleman who was one of the best coaches ever, Howard Britton, who introduced star power. So I went to the first conference. I couldn't believe it. I came back and hired my first assistant. She was with me 12 years. Then my first buyer agent, who stayed with me 23 years.
Wow.
She basically retired. I've had a big team, a middle team.
Right.
I'm more of a smaller team. I have myself, 2 agents, a virtual and a permanent in the office agent. I've worked with builders. I've had neighborhoods. I've lived through probably about everything you can get hit with.
Right. The boom, the bust, the boom again.
COVID. So it's been a great career. I'm still at it. I work every day.
Yeah.
I love to create, but my 2 favorite things, I'm the problem solver. Okay, here's an example. One of my buyer agents says to me, this thing's going to fall through. I know it. No, it's not. Let's sit down, look at everything, and figure out what the real issue is. Typically, 99% of the time, we make it happen. I love to coach my team. I love to be in it with them. So that's me.
Awesome. And I remember, Linda, I was talking to you you do this great thing at Thanksgiving every year where you do a
Yes.
pie giveaway, which is awesome to all of your clients, and it's an awesome thing. But I remember a conversation I had with you, and after I had that conversation, I started paying attention to it, and you were right. We were, and I don't know if you probably have so many conversations. I'm not even sure if you remember this, but you were telling me we were asking about business, and you were telling me that if the house has a swimming pool, man, those things are going like crazy because the cost to build a swimming pool now is so expensive. So that if
Yes.
the house already has one, and I came back home and I told my wife that because we have a swimming pool, you know, and
It's true.
yeah, and years and years past, sometimes the swimming pool would be a detriment. But is that, and it was true when you were talking about it. Do you think that's still true today? Is still a big thing?
Absolutely. And I think the reason people are still staying home, I think, more. This
Right.
started with COVID. Let's
Yeah.
face it, during COVID. But I think it's anything we list with a pool. I just in November closed one with a pool, and it was two doctors, and they like staying home when they're home because they work all the time. So $100,000 really is
Oh,
what it
yes.
almost costs. So you buy a house with a pool, you're ahead of the game.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Yeah,
I'm feeling good about my pool now.
keep that
Years
pool.
ago, way before COVID, sometimes the pool would count against you because some people
It
didn't want a
would.
pool. And now it's a plus. But I agree with you. Since COVID, it also seems like mother-in-law suites, anything, a lot of people working out of their home, aging parents, I'm actually kind of dealing with that right now too.
Right.
But I do want to back up. You said you were introduced to a coach or a mentor, and I forget you said his name.
Howard Brinton.
Okay,
Um,
so what do you remember? Like, what were some of his? Because I know there's a lot of new agents that listen to this. Do you and I know there's a whole lot of new whiz bang, AI and all that. There's always shiny objects, but I'm also a firm believer that some things have worked since the dawn of time, and that'll never change. Like what were some of the things, if you don't mind, like can you give
no,
us a preview of some of the things that you learned from him?
well, first of all, I learned don't try to do everything yourself as you progress through
Right.
the process. I will tell you the first thing I said to newer agents in my travels, whatever, do you have a database? Are you building a database? Presto, that's your business,
Oh
is
yeah.
your day. You were at my pie event. Those people have been in my database since day one. So you've got to build a database. I don't care if you have 10 people, if you have 50 people, but that's I have a friend, a realtor, she's retired. She merged her team with me back. She told me I put everybody I meet into my database. She's retired. Some of the people that were at the pie event are people that merged into my database from
Oh wow.
her. It's just it's so important. Build a database. Don't chase the money. The
Right.
money will follow you.
Right.
Um, you got to be in it. You got to be consistent. Biggest issue right now is agents are just not coming into the offices like they used to. They're
Right.
not listening to experienced agents. So, but database, um, he just built around database marketing. I had a website in the 90s.
No, that was way ahead of the game. You were cutting edge.
I was cutting edge because of this group of people. It's still active. I go every year to this conference. He passed. It was taken over, but it's still very active. He never believed in segmenting companies. Okay. Your lanyard did not say Century 21 KW. It was a sharing event. It wasn't about brand.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I also kind of know that you're a bit, you were kind of in. He sort of follows along the same thing. That guy, the 7 layers of communication,
Michael
Michael
Mayer,
Mayer.
he's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
close friend of mine.
Oh yeah, he's kind of that same thing with database and keeping up with. So my question is, I 100% agree with you to build a database, and you know you've got to keep up. And when I was at your event, it was amazing to me how everybody who came in there like knew you, like friends, like family. And in my mind, I was like, golly, how do you like have that many? I guess where I'm going with this is if I'm a new agent, how it, I mean, I know some of it's organic, but you've got to have a system. How do you like keep up with all these people and make sure that you reach out and you talk to them? How do you do that? Because somehow you're doing it. You're doing it successfully.
I will tell you a quick, cute story. Back when we sent out these invites, if somebody does not get an invite for some, they call, where's my invite? So I started this 16 years ago. My first event, I had 35 people show up. Okay.
That's pretty
It
good for the
is
first one.
now grown.
Yeah.
It fluctuates from 150 to 200
Wow.
plus. It just depends. But to stay in touch, I do a monthly newsletter. When we start getting close to like September, we start talking about this event coming up. We talk to them. We talk about it in the newsletter. Any event we do, we hooked it to the Humane Society and the Four
Oh,
Ill Care Center. If you do an event, hook it to something that
yeah.
the community is involved in. But we text. I might sit and text or call 5 people just like this. How you doing? Look out for this storm coming. Anything. They text me back. It's
Yeah.
not, are you ready to sell or buy?
You don't have that commission breath. You're just like you're being friendly. You're being a friend, and you're concerned about it.
I just don't have commission breath.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
just
that's great. It's obvious. I mean, for all the listeners out there, I've witnessed all this firsthand. I mean, it was like a family reunion of people who aren't family, but they act like family.
don't they?
And
They
like like good stuff of the family, not bad stuff of the family.
We collected about 800 pounds of food. We had a truck full of stuff for the Humane Society. I'm getting ready in March to do another event with the Lions Club plus the Humane Society. I mean, you got to let people know that you care about the community, the
Sure.
people. It's just bottom line.
100%, 100%. So, Lynn, let me ask you this. Somebody just getting out of real estate school, maybe they're young, maybe they're not. I mean, a lot of people, real estate's a second career, but they're just getting started. It's a little tough starting out. I mean, there's a lot of people, wash out of this
Oh,
business.
tough.
I mean, I sponsor a lot of that new agent orientation, and I always say, like, I've just learned over time, there'll be a room full of like 80 people, and I know like there are probably 5 or 6 people that are going to wind up being rock stars, and there's probably
Um,
20 or so that will do pretty good, but there's probably 40 or so that they'll be doing something else in a couple of years. So, what is your advice? Somebody just starting out, and it's a tough business. What would be your advice to them? Somebody just starting
well,
out with you guys.
there's a couple of options. My president, one of my buyer agents, I don't call them buyer agents. I call them realtor partners. I'm
Okay.
partnering with them, not financially, but in business. I want them to feel that they're a partner. Some people, you read the threads, don't join a team, they'll take your money. Well, you've heard.
Right.
Caroline was, I'm not going to talk companies. She came out of real estate school, went with a large company.
Right.
She felt like she was lost. She wanted to join a team.
Mm-hmm.
In this company, you had to be asked or approached. One of my lenders met her. Okay. So I interviewed her. She came to work for me. And I mentored her. I went on listing appointments. I went with her, some buyers, just coached, worked, did. She had the best year last year she's ever had, because if you've got a good team leader, they will fight for you. Now, if you're a solo agent, I get that. I started as a solo agent. I found somebody in the office. I came in every day and watched them, listened to them. I worked back then. You had opportunity time. Our company, where I am, still offers opportunity time. Now, the bottom line, people don't walk in as much. I'm in high traffic, but align yourself with people who are successful and will help you. You've got to find that sharing spot. Some agents, they don't want to share. I get it. I just found somebody who would help me. So, team, solo, and train. Get trained. Go to in-person training. Do virtual, but do in person.
100%.
Hello, I'm Bill Gallagher with Superior School of Real Estate, and I'm here with Preston Sandlin of Home Inspection Carolina. Preston, I've always liked your style, especially those pants, And also, I've been interested in the home inspection business for a long time.
Well, Bill, that's ironic. I've always admired your style, and I've always admired your ability to educate these fine folks for sometimes 4-8 hours a day. I wish that I could do what you do.
Hey, Preston, wouldn't it be cool if we switched? Preston, we sure got what we wished for, buddy.
We sure did. And now that you're the expert, Bill, I mean, you are wearing the pants. And I'm the instructor and the educator. Tell us what Home Inspection Carolina is doing these days to make the home buying process easier for realtors and home buyers.
Well, Preston, all our home inspection reports now are online for the real estate agent and the client to review the report online and to be able to create a repair list basically online by either clicking repair, accept, monetary compensation, and once they prepare the request, they can then press email, text, or print right then.
You mean it's all automated, Bill?
Absolutely, we are high tech.
Wow. What else is Home Inspection Carolina doing different these days?
Well, Preston, we're training our home inspectors to be non-alarmist. We are training them to put things into perspective and to simplify the message for the homeowner.
Non-alarmist is key, Bill. You remember those days of the 100-page reports and those 3-ring binders that would just go on and on and on, la 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 la. Thank you for being a good non-alarmist.
And Preston, one more thing. We fix the small stuff for free. Do you remember when home inspectors always put those little nitpicky items on those reports?
Oh, bless their hearts.
Well, at Home Inspection Carolina, if we can fix it in 5 minutes or less, we do it for free. We're better with a caulk gun than a keyboard any day. We just fix it.
You mean there's no cost for this, Bill?
Preston, it's free.
Wow.
Well, Preston, these pants really are a catch.
Well, Bill, I've enjoyed wearing the suit, but I don't think I could wear it every day because I got to fix the small stuff for free, and I don't want to ruin a good suit.
Preston, it's been a lot of fun flipping the switch.
You know, Linda, I think real estate, like getting your license, is almost like getting your driver's license. And the reason I say that, I have my real estate, I'm a real estate broker, but I did it way back just to get my key because that gave me a tremendous advantage, you know, but you know, in home inspection. And you know, I go to all the CE every year, you know, Bill Gallagher, whoever, Stormy, you know, all of them, and I love it. And I sit next to real, but where I'm going with this is, you know, it trained me, you know, like how to do a closing statement or, you know, how to, you know, earnest money. I get it. I know the mechanics of how it works, but it never trained me on any kind of sales technique or anything like that.
Nothing.
To me, it was a lot like driver's ed. You know, we all took driver's ed when I was 16 or whatever. It gives you the basics, you know, the laws. I can pass the test and all that. But until I got out there and actually drove, and then I was actually a school bus driver, which you had to go through a different training for that, which was a lot more defensive driving. And I think everybody should take that, by the way. I drove a bus in high school. But I guess what I'm getting at is, would you agree? It sounds like it, that, you know, I feel like getting your license is just the minimum, but you need to get in with somebody who can give you some sales training.
Exactly.
Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
There's really no sales training. It's just the legal stuff, I feel like, you know.
You have to learn to be a realtor and understand business. And the trouble today is agents jump into it, no training, no expertise, and some of them have no help. I see it every day. Trying to help them. This is a tough, complicated business, but there's so much out there you can learn to do. Here's an example. I work with realtors across the country.
Right.
I've gone to conferences. I've met people. Get that referral business.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
I get lots of referral business from different companies, from agents I've met. Um, New agents go to Starbucks, sit down, talk to people. Just, it's amazing what happens. 2 days ago, I was in Saltwater Market in Fort
Mhm.
Mill. There was
Right.
a lady in there talking to the people that worked there. I walked in. The guy behind the counter said, "That's Linda Hall. She can help you." I had an opportunity, have a
Oh, wow.
conference. I mean, just this morning, I'm posting different places I've been today. Support these people. Um, just for new agents, be out there, post up. It's not about real estate. Post stuff. It takes what, a minute?
Right, right, right.
It's just like when you were at the pie event. I posted about you. I wanted people to know this guy is not just an inspector. He is a real person. He is fantastic. Yeah, he wears crazy pants. Um, but you're a great marketer, Preston.
Oh,
So
thanks.
market yourself, get out there.
100%. Yeah, that's kind of my thing is if you can be remembered and embarrass your kids.
I'm sure I've done that. I may
But yeah,
embarrass myself today.
yeah, but and you do a great job of that. But then the second part of that is I think great marketing gets people to use you the first time.
Yeah,
But now you have to do a good job and do right by these people for them to use the second and third time. And what I've seen with you guys is I think you have had people all through their life needs. And I've learned that getting older myself. It's like, you can almost somewhat predict it. People get out of college, they get married, starter home, they have a kid or two, needs change, and then
exactly.
and then all of a sudden schools become important too,
Yeah,
and then maybe the needs change again, and it seems to me like boom, 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 and then all of a sudden kids go off to college, and now you're kind of like, do I need all this square footage? so,
exactly.
so
Now,
your needs change, and I think what you guys have done is had a good job. I don't think they use Linda Hall's team just once.
they
I think
don't.
if you get them that first time, they're probably going to use you 4 or 5 times. That's my opinion.
I had a situation last year. The doctor I mentioned,
Right.
he's the son of one of a couple I've known forever. When he got ready to shop for a house, this is who you need to call. So you've just got to be memorable. That's the perfect word. Be memorable. After a closing, deliver some Jersey Mike's. Do keep up with them. You would
100%.
not, you would not believe the people who will tell you my realtor did not follow up ever with me.
Oh,
Come on,
100%.
people, do it.
And I feel like the follow up, I've always heard it takes a lot more to get somebody to use you the first time
it
than the
does.
second, third, or fourth. And it's like you're really missing an opportunity if you're not nurturing those people, because everybody you serve, well, number one, they're going to need you again at some point because their life's going to change. But they've got friends in similar situations, they've got family. And I don't know. I always tell my guys, you got to wow people. I mean, think about if you go to a restaurant and it's just okay, you know, it's not bad, it's not good. you didn't have a bad, you're not going to say anything bad. You're not going to say, but man, if they were great, the food was good, they were on time, you can't wait to tell a whole bunch of people about
You
that restaurant.
you
You,
can't.
you,
And reviews, new agent, okay, brand new agent
mhm.
doesn't have reviews. Talk to a few friends, get them to review you on Google, talk about you. People are looking for different things in reviews. They are not. After my pie event, here's a pearl. After
Okay.
my pie event, people who have not reviewed us in a long time, okay, we send out maybe 50 people. I guarantee you I will get 5 to 10 new reviews. Pie event was great. You're wonderful. There's
I
so
love it. There's a little bit of FOMO there or something, the fear
get
of missing out, like, or
right.
people will, when something's fun, people want to be a part of it.
They do. They do. But get somebody to review you. Get something going that gets you front and center.
Gotcha.
Stay in front.
100%. Well, you're fantastic at nurturing clients and getting your database and keeping those going. Let me go to maybe a new agent starting out. They haven't built up the database yet. How do you feel about prospecting? I mean, there's all kinds. There's door knocking, there's cold calling, there's scripts, there's all that stuff. I mean, what are your and I'm like everything works, but does it fit your person? I mean, I don't know what well, you can't. I always say you can do something really well, but you can't do everything.
You
I mean,
can.
I don't know what's your thoughts on it.
When I've done cold calls, I hate them.
I hate it too. It does work,
Okay.
but I
It
hate it.
works. It
I
works.
hate it.
Okay. Because of text now, I think it's a little easier to start it. But
Mhm.
one of the things that we do, we farm neighborhoods.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Yeah.
Pick a neighborhood, look and see, is it dominated? If it isn't, and you've got a little money, you can do two things. Pick 10 houses, do what we call pop buys, deliver something, leave it at the front door, take a picture, send it to them. It's at their front door. But now that takes work. You got to get the people. But we farm. You're do an open house. Okay. Get an open house. Visit 10 houses around that open house. Just say hi. Invite them to the open house.
Yeah. You got a good reason to call them now instead of just
right.
flat cold calling. You've got a reason.
You built a little piece of something because
Right.
people don't answer their phones like they used to.
Right.
Knocking on doors. It's okay. Just think about it. But do an open house. You can walk the neighborhood. You know the neighborhood. You're inviting them.
It gives you a good reason. Gives you a good.
Perfect. So that's an idea starting out. Do open houses for the agent in the company you're with that doesn't want to do them.
100%. I'm in a couple of realtor groups, or maybe it's like a realtor company. I'm in their vendor thing or whatever. But
Right.
I'll see agents all the time, asking if somebody wants to do an open house. I guess, they can't quite do it or something, but they're a young. I would think, and it sounds like you concur, that would be a fantastic opportunity if you're just starting out. How like if you're a brand new agent, Linda, and you get an opportunity to do an open house, how can you maximize that?
Well, first of all, you've got to promote it. I'm not talking, hey, I'm doing an open house. Promote it, post it, do everything you can to promote it. We usually start on a Monday, okay, for a Saturday open house. Not one post, we keep posting. Post it in the realtor groups that are out there. Say, if we will protect your client. If you can't come, send them. Tell them to tell us that they're working with you.
That's
we
smart.
keep
That's good.
People trust us. Now, Preston, not everybody is.
Not everybody does that. I know.
But I'm sincerely, hopefully, known for that. Yeah, I can be tough. You bring me an offer, I'm going to ask you 50 questions.
Right.
But we're going to go to closing. So I don't say, you can't say, listen, I've been in this business 40 years. They don't want to hear it. Try to be more accommodating. My assistant, she is awesome, Amanda. She'll help them get stuff done. So I've had to learn that over the years.
Right.
None of us are perfect.
Right.
So that's it. So
yeah. And to your point, I've learned this. I mean, Charlotte or the greater Charlotte area, which encompasses TDK, Fort Mill. Depending on where, how far out you go, it's like the 16th. I've seen anywhere from 15th to 19th largest, metropolitan area. It's somewhere in there. I mean, it's, in one sense, it's a big city, but it's really not.
no.
I mean, especially in the realtor community. And if you're out there burning and churning, or burning bridges, you won't last long. I mean, I mean, would you agree with that? I feel like that. The realtor community, I mean, you'll get known. You'll get a reputation one way or the other. Now, what kind of reputation do you want? I mean, I don't know. What would you say on that?
We're not all perfect. Okay.
Oh, 100%.
Through my career, I am sure I made somebody mad. But I will tell you, through the years, realtors in my market, if they sell one of my listings or we have a buyer for their listing, I'm hoping they feel confident. We dot all the I's and cross the T's. Be professional. Sometimes you get to cracking heads, but just like I told you about fall throughs, try to work through it. Try not to get, can I say this, in a free-for-all. It's not. Right. It's not helpful. So just try to accommodate. You sometimes have to call out agents. I need you to call me.
Right.
Agents don't answer their phones. They don't text back. Somebody texts me, they're out showing a property. I got an issue. I will text them back and I'll say, give me a minute. Let me see if I can handle it for you. I think that's the most appreciative thing that can happen. A new agent, here's an example: Verizon phones.
Oh, yeah. They had that big outage last week.
Okay. People are trying to show houses. They can't get in because
Oh, because
Verizon.
it's on their, yeah, it's on their, I didn't think about that. Yeah, wow.
So they're going crazy. Okay. They can't text you. So they might call into the office. So in a situation like that, help them.
Yeah.
If
yeah.
I had to, I'd go to the house with a key. We
Yeah.
keep keys for every listing
Oh, that's smart. That's smart.
in our office because what can happen?
That something like that. We're so reliant on technology. Yeah, and I kept the old I have a key, so it helps me,
Right, right.
I was like the last person to go to the phone. I kept the little
Me
the
too.
it's around here somewhere, actually. It's in my desk. I kept it. I didn't even want to go to that thing on the phone because I knew, like, it just seems like we're getting a little bit reluctant. But they forced us, what was it, like 2 years ago?
Yeah,
They forced
yep,
us to
yep.
go to that. But anyway, well, Linda, I don't want to hold you up too long here. Let's do a quick lightning round. Then I have one question there at the end, and then if anybody wants to follow up with you, I'll see if I can get like a way they can, email or follow you and get some likes and stuff. So let's do a quick game, and it's called This or That. So I'll give you this is just sort of to get to know Linda Hall, and I'll give you two things, and you choose one. All right.
Okay.
iOS or Android? The Apple phone or Android phones?
The Apple.
Ah, everybody in my family's Apple, but I'm Android. Would you rather do a phone call or text?
I will do either. Text probably is going to get me the quickest. I'm going to respond the quickest by a text.
Gotcha. Big party or small gathering?
Small gathering.
I know the answer to this one before I ask because I've seen you on Facebook. Beach or mountains?
Mountains.
Yes. You guys have a place in Blowing Rock, or
We do. We
yeah,
do.
I thought so.
Unfortunately, it's closed for the winter. They have had a tough winter, and it's
Really?
going to get worse.
Oh yeah, I don't. Well, by the time this thing gets out, it'll probably happen. But we're recording this on Thursday. I think we're supposed to get a whole bunch of snow Saturday or ice or something. I guess it's even worse the further north you go. I'm
Yep,
sure.
yep, yep.
I love Blowing Rock. I'm right there with you. I love that little downtown area. I love it.
We bought there way back and sold it and went to the coast for a few years. What we found is that the coast from here is 3.5, 4 hours. Blowing Rock is 2.
Right.
So
right.
it's much quicker. I can go for 2 nights and back quick. So that's why.
Awesome. Now, are you like right there in Blowing Rock, or just a little off?
We
of it there?
are about
221?
5 miles from downtown off of 221 towards, we're 5 minutes from the Parkway.
Awesome. I love that. It's just something magical about that place. I even told my daughter, we're planning on and my daughters are in their 20s now. Do you know every year we go up there and we'll go tubing now at Hawk's Nest. There's been other places, but then we'll go to the sledding hill at Ski Beach. You know how Beach Mountain has that?
Yep.
They literally have a free, they blow snow on that hill right there in the middle of town. There's a pizza place. I love it, man. It's just a fun.
Great.
It's a fun day. So everybody listening, if you haven't been to Blowing Rock, or you gotta go. What's worse to do, laundry or dishes?
Dishes.
Are tennis shoes or flip flops?
Repeat.
Tennis shoes like sneakers or flip flops?
Sneakers.
Sneakers. What do you think's most important in a partner? Intelligence or funny? You got both.
I got you need both.
You
You
need both.
really do.
A day at the beach or an amusement park?
Day at the beach.
Day at the beach or a day at the mountains?
Day at the mountains.
Day at the mountains. Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Iced coffee or hot coffee?
I don't drink coffee anymore, but I would take iced.
Iced coffee. Or would you rather read a regular book or like an ebook on a Kindle?
Regular. I like to
Yeah.
touch my books.
Me too. I'm a regular book, but my wife is very much she loves that ebook. I mean, she loves the Kindle. My attention span's not good
I
with
got
that.
books everywhere.
So do I. If I turn the camera around, you'd see it's.
Oh,
I need to go back and read some of them though. And the last this or that question: toilet paper, over or under? In other words, does like the beard or the mullet the beard?
over.
Over. That's what a majority of people say. But I have heard like people who have cats say that if it's over, that the cats will.
I don't have cats.
All right. So very, very last question, Lyndon. I'll let you go. And you can change the names to protect the innocent or the guilty. What is the craziest, weirdest, or just funniest real estate story? It could be involve you or somebody somehow, your team or something. What's the craziest story or funniest or weirdest real estate related story? And again, you don't have to say any names to protect anybody. You got any of those? I know everybody's got one.
I probably got zillions. One that sticks. I was a newer agent. Okay. Back. Buyers. Okay. Are with me. I will tell you the house was in Tigaka on the lake. Knocked on the door, appointment made. We had to pick up keys there. No. Okay. Walk in the door, anybody home, nobody answers. We open a door and spread out is a nude young guy sound asleep. I've never forgotten it. I went, oh my God, backed the buyers up, slammed the door, and left. And I know the person. It was
Was he just
unreal.
in a deep sleep or something? Or
yes,
what?
Either passed out or deep sleep. Never saw me.
Oh my goodness. So I have to ask you, do you still see this person from time to time?
No.
Okay.
He moved away.
Okay. I haven't had that exact story, but I have like
I
done
bet
the same.
you've had them.
Yeah, I've knocked on the door like, hey, inspector, and nobody answered. I go to do the inspection, and I've gone in the bedroom. And it freaks me out because I'm worried that they're gonna shoot me or something. I mean,
Exactly.
they come an intruder or something. But I knocked on the door, rang the doorbell. Not to mention, I mean, I was scheduled to be here. I didn't.
It's gonna happen, but they got cameras now. So
yeah. Fortunately, I've never, had any, but it usually scares me more than it scares the other person.
Of course.
But anyway, well, Linda, thank you so much. You've been more than gracious with your time. If somebody's listening to this and they would like to learn more about you or possibly look into joining your team or your office down there, first of all, like, what are all the ways, your Facebook, Instagram, email, what are all the ways?
You can call me 803-242-2548. My email is simple, sales@lindahall.com. those two ways are going to be the quickest way to get me.
Sales@lindahall.com.
Yep.
And now, what are your so everybody who listened to this, if you got some value, and you know you did, go give her some love on Facebook and Instagram. Follow whatever it is the kids do these days. Like, what are your is it Century? What is your Facebook page?
Not Facebook. Personal is Linda, and it's Lookabill. Lookabill Hall. That's personal. Okay.
Okay.
The Linda Hall team has a website. I mean, a Facebook page. Those two. I have a bunch more, but those two are the best.
Awesome. Well, everybody who's listening, go out there and give some likes and follows and
Please.
whatever. If you got some value out of it, you know you did. And you know what? I'm going to add another one. Just stop by and see Linda sometime.
Stop by.
Yeah, just she's very personal, right there on the corner of 160 or a building or two off the corner, and it's right there near 160 and what is that?
It's right across from Harris Teeter.
Okay.
It's right here, going towards Tika on Gold Hill.
Gold Hill and 160. That's what it is.
It's on the corner of Gold Hill and Rockmont, right there.
Yep.
Stop in.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're new to real estate, you couldn't find a nicer person that'll help you out. And you got 40 years of experience right there that's willing to help you out. So take advantage of it.
I
Why
love
not?
to share.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Linda. I appreciate your time, and I'm sure I'll see you soon.
Thank you, Preston.
Thank you.
You've been listening to the Successful Real Estate Broker Podcast with your host, Preston Sandlin. Join us on the next episode where we'll be talking to a successful agent or vendor about the right things to do and the wrong things you should avoid. Join us on the next episode of the Successful Real Estate Broker Podcast.